What's up, everybody? September 5th, 2018. Your favorite Gamecock fan, Carolina Jackpot, coming at you. Man, we're going to talk real quick about a game that's not really near and dear to my heart, but one that I've got to kind of keep my eye on, because it involves a rival from the SEC for us, Texas A&M. They are our cross-divisional rival, and Clemson, the Taters. Of course, y'all know how I feel about them. I hate them. I despise them. With every fiber of my being, I cannot tell you how much I do not like, loathe, and disdain this team. I can't stand their coach. I can't stand their colors. I can't stand their bus. I can't stand their history. I can't stand their players. I can't stand their roster. I can't stand their TV network, their stadium. I can't stand nothing about them. I can't stand their fan base, okay? I can't stand their existence. But the fact of the matter remains that I have to be objective in these Destroying Vegas type videos, because I lose credibility if I'm not being totally 100% objective. So I'm going to look at this from an objective point of view. When I see a team that is a home underdog like Texas A&M is this Saturday night against Clemson, Clemson comes in ranked number 2. They're ranked number 2. I mean, you cannot get a lot better than ranked number 2. Unless you're ranked number 1 and you're Alabama, and they're just not that. But they are awful doggone close. They've got a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. And I'm not going to lie to you. Their defensive line that they've got right now is probably one of the top 5 that there's ever been in college football. I mean, when can you ever say that there are like 4 guys that come at the same time that are going to be first or second round draft picks? Probably 3 of these dudes, Cleveland Farrell, Dexter Lawrence, and Christian Wilkins, are going to be first-round picks. Austin Bryant probably be a second-round pick if he ain't even a first himself. So if all 4 of those guys are first-round drafts, that is uncanny. And you got to hand it to that coaching staff. You got to hand it to Dabo Swinney and the program there for getting all these players to buy into what they're preaching and getting them all there at one time. That's some good stuff. I like good defensive football. These guys, they are down and dirty. I call them the Fruity Booty Crew. You know why? Because if you saw that 2016/17 first-round playoff game against Ohio State when they beat them 31-0, well, you'll kind of know. They kind of got close and personal with the Ohio State players. But aside from that, it has nothing to do with this video. These guys are elite, and Texas A&M, they got a good running game with Travion Williams. Dude picked up like 250 yards last week, but I mean, they were playing a really bad FCS team. Northwestern State is not even in the league with Furman that Clemson played, and Clemson boat raced them. They're not. Northwestern State's nowhere near to being as good as Furman is. So they have that advantage. Clemson didn't show a whole heck of a lot of what they could do last week. They came out a little bit slow out of the gate, but, I mean, does that really even matter? Trevor Lawrence, I think he tossed 3 touchdown passes. I think Kelly Bryant tossed 1. He ran for 1, and then some of the backups, Lynn J. Dixon, one of the running backs that's supposed to be really good, he ran for a touchdown. These guys they got in some fun time. They got some fun time in. This weekend is not going to be as fun, or is it? Jimbo Fisher, to his credit, he, inherited some really good talent at Florida State. When the Bobby Bowden, I think it had got kind of stale, and he kind of energized it up a little bit. He did a little bit of his own recruiting. I think the first few years he had that job, he was really into it. But the last few years, I don't think he was. I think it was the exact opposite. I think he was just kind of ho-hum and sitting on his laurels and waiting for, the next paycheck to cash. But, it just didn't happen. I mean, the 2015, 16, 17 versions of Florida State paled in comparison to the 2012, 2013 versions. Now, 2014, they made it to the playoffs, but, they did not look like the team they were the year before. They looked unstoppable under Jameis Winston the year before that. 2014, they didn't look good. He's not, in my opinion, a master motivator. He cannot do what it takes to get these guys going. And that's going to play a big part in this game on Saturday night. 12.5-point underdogs at home. You like to take the home underdog just because of the fact that they're the home dog. I don't like the home dog in this case. I don't like them. They gave up 29 sacks last year. That's a lot to give up. They returned 4 of those same offensive linemen that gave up 29 sacks. This is an elite defensive line coming back. There is no way that they're going to be able to stop these guys. No way in the world. It doesn't matter if Jimbo's the coach or Kevin Sumlin's the coach. It doesn't matter if they bring back R.C. Slocum or if they go back and decide to, bring Barrett Bryant back into the game. Nobody is going to be able to block these individuals that Clemson's bringing on the defensive line. I don't see that there's not any way that Clemson doesn't cover. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence is going to play that much in this game. I think Kelly Bryant will carry the bulk of the snaps until it absolutely becomes a blowout because of the fact that Kelly Bryant has played on the big stage before. I think this might be a little bit too much for Lawrence. I don't see a lot of him in this game. You may see some of him in mop-up duty late in the fourth quarter. And mop-up duty there's going to be because I think Clemson's going to definitely cover the spread here. And I think they're going to run away with this game. Look for Clemson to win it by 21 to 28 points. Clemson's covered the spread on the road against teams like Virginia Tech and Louisville in the past couple of years that everybody thought was going to be close games. They weren't, guys. They weren't. Clemson ran away with it. I don't see this one being any different. In fact, it may be even a little bit worse because I don't think this A&M team is as good as last year's Louisville or Virginia Tech team, to be honest with you. I don't think they're good. I think they're really bad. And with Jimbo Fisher as their coach, I think they're honestly headed down the toilet, if you want my exact assumption on it. Go on ahead. Take Clemson, lay those 12.5 points. You will not be sorry. You'll make a little bit of cashola in your hand if you do. I'll see y'all later. Carolina Jackpot getting out of here. Go Gamecocks, go Coach Boom, and beat Georgia. Woo! Spurs up, baby, till my toes up.